The boat behind me is the first of a brand new SUV range from Golfcraft. They brought out a 65, a 75 and a 95. This is the 95. It's the biggest in the range, the flagship. And it's a very interesting boat. So we're going to head on board and we're going to do a full tour of this one, stepping on via this bathing platform and taking a look in the garage. Now in here, as you can see, there's space for a couple of jet skis and a Williams jet tender. So they'll sit in there and then they're brought out on a crane and launched off of the back. But let's head on board and we'll go through the entire boat. So the first thing we come to is this outdoors area just here. You've got the overhang for a bit of shade. That's accessing up to the upper deck. And then of course the saloon is in through here. So I think we'll start off in the saloon and work our way upwards and outwards from there. So this is your main saloon area. Some very subtle colours in here, I think it looks great. Big windows of course, so a great view out. And the dining area is up ahead, with seating for 10 around there. Anyway, if we carry on forward, it's quite an interesting layout because, well, first of all, you've got a day head here, that's pretty standard. But what is interesting is up here, there is a large cabin on the main deck, and it's quite an unusual one. The wardrobes are just here, but look at the windows in here. This is a really brilliant cabin. So you've got a tremendous view out all the way around. Now this can be the master cabin on this boat. In fact, well, it's arguable. There's another very good cabin which I'll show you shortly, but it's certainly very much up to master cabin status. Around here is the ensuite, and that's the shower cubicle at the back. Very nice. Now one thing that is quite neat on this level is as we go around here, it has a door out to the side, and what that means is that people using this cabin effectively have their own private little balcony. If we go on around to the front, they can come out and use this area, sit out here and have a bit of breakfast or whatever they want to do, and it's kind of almost directly off of that cabin, which is rather cunning. Anyway, let's go back in and we'll check out the rest of the guest areas. So we go back in through this door, into this rather nice cabin, back out through here, and what we're going to do is we're going to take a jink round to the right and head down to the lower deck. So down here they've opted for a 3-cabin layout. So if we go right up to the front, there's a very generous cabin up here. These are wardrobes, as you'd imagine, and then storage in places like this. But that's a great sized cabin for a VIP guest cabin. Let's take a look on around here. So this then is the ensuite for this cabin, and the shower and so forth. Like that. Okay, and also on this deck then we've got 2 more cabins. Now these will actually pull together, so if you want to double in here, you can see there's tracks on the floor, you can bring this across and make this double bed in here. There's wardrobes of course, and then you've got your shower and your ensuite, and that is mirrored over on this side by exactly the same sort of thing. And again, your shower room is in here, and your toilet. Now if you've been observant, you may have noticed there was another doorway, so let's just stick our camera into there. This is a little laundry area, so you've got your washing machine is tucked away in here, and then loads of storage for all of your towels and other bits and pieces that you want to keep in here. So a utility room, I guess, is probably the best description of that. Okay, let's head on back and we will find the upper deck. So around here, and then if we follow this on round, we'll find another stairway, head on up here, and on this level up ahead is the bridge with a real ship feel to it. It's very nice. All the instrumentation across here and the monitoring screens and that kind of thing, but tremendous visibility. You're right up the front of the boat here with some great views out, and a Portuguese bridge. So if we go out through this door here, you can get to the back of this deck of course that way, or we can go around here, and again a great view out over the front and of Monaco today. Excellent. Let's carry on around. Another door here does exactly the same thing. You can get right to the back of this deck, or you can go back in. So that means that to the crew on here can come and go without going to the guest areas. But we will head on back. Now, I mentioned that that main deck cabin wasn't necessarily the main cabin, and that's because on this boat they've put another cabin up here. I think that works really well. You don't have to have this. This is owner specification. You can have a sun lounge up here if you prefer, but the owner of this one has gone for this setup, which I think works very well, because it means that this bedroom has got its own private deck out of the back, which is great. There's an ensuite, of course, that's over here. Decent size, and wardrobe space, and a nice dressing table and a load more storage on this side. And then if we go out the back of here, we will discover the aft deck. Now this is accessed from the main deck through here, or of course you can come through this bedroom straight out onto it, which is very nice. There's a life raft tucked away over here, and then a great area at the back of the boat to sit and socialise. But that, as an owner's deck on a 95-foot boat, is brilliant. Really good. One thing we haven't seen on this deck is the galley. We've bypassed that. So what we're going to do is take a hook down here so you can see how this works, and we'll drop back into the accommodation, have a quick look at that, and then we'll look at the crew areas and the engine space. So if we go through here, this takes us back in to the main deck, and this time, instead of going in a straight line, we'll jink around behind this dining area, and then up ahead is the galley. Very nicely done. Loads of fridge freezers on this side. Dishwasher is here. And then all your cooking equipment. And actually a very nice view out of here as well. And they've put a door in here, which again allows the crew to come and go without going through the guest area, so they can serve straight out of here. If they don't want to go through the guest areas, then they can go straight out of the side, which I think we will do, and head round to the back. And we'll find the crew area and the engine space. So that is accessed over here through this door, and we'll find another set of steps and head down to the crew domain. So there's a nice little mess area down here, and then there's the cabins for the crew. So what you've actually got is two cabins here. These have got bunk beds in. It's at a boat show at the minute, so these are being used for storage currently, but you get the idea. There's bunk beds here, bunk beds here, and these actually share an ensuite. So if you come to the back, they have, you see this door here goes into here as well, and there's a shower in there and so on. But there is another cabin down here. The captain's cabin is at the back, so he gets his own little domain, single bed there, and his own ensuite, the storage in here. And the ensuite is right at the back with the shower. You can just see it around on that side. And the other thing, of course, that's accessed from this area is the engine space. Now the idea of this boat is, it's the sort of boat for somebody who wants to go a bit further afield, a bit further offshore, do a bit more exploring than your typical flybish boat, and they've spec'd the engines to suit that. So they're found in here. And what we find in here are a pair of Caterpillar C32 ACERT engines. They're 1,900 horsepower each. And they're giving the boat a top speed of around 23 knots and a cruise speed for long distance running of about 13 knots. And at 13 knots then you've got a range of about 1,400 miles. So that goes with the sort of explorer nature of the boat, really. Twin generators, you've got one on the outside here. There's another one, you can see it just over there. Huge fans into this area as well, so it keeps the area nice and cool. But that's a very nice engine bay. Full standing headroom as you come through here. Very nice. And then all your plumbing is on the back wall here, all beautifully laid out. Some very nice engineering going on in here. Excellent, let's come back out of here. close that over, and I think we'll finish up in a mess area today. So that is the Nomad 95 from Golfcraft. Very interesting boat, a little bit alternative to your standard flybridge type of boat, designed to be a little bit more adventurous and go a bit further afield. I hope you enjoyed that tour, and if you've not subscribed, please do so, because we've got loads more coming. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care, bye bye.